Hello guys, in our previous modules, all what we have done was with assuming that our target is running on non-rooted device. Well, in this module, we will see how we can extend our attack capabilities in case our target's device was rooted. Now, before going into technical part, let me quickly mention why do people root their Android devices in the first place. The short answer is by rooting your Android device, you will have full access to your Android operating system and unlock certain directories. For instance, for ethical hackers and penetration testers, rooting the Android device will allow them to use hacking tools like Droid Cheap, Deasploit, SSL Strip, and many others applications. For regular people, having root access will extend some of the application functionality. For example, AirDroid application can do screen mirroring only if you give it root permission. So it can call screenshot binary in the system directory. Now this system directory is only accessible if you have root access. Also, the backup and data recovery applications require root permission. From Trojan perspective, we can code our Trojan application in a way to enforce our target to give us a root privilege as soon as the application starts. If the target did not give us that privilege, then the application will automatically terminate it. We will see how to code this part and integrate it with our application later on in this module. Now let's play with the QPython, and I have to mention that at this point my Android device that I am recording from is rooted, and I am using the well-known SuperSU application to manage the permission for having root privilege. So I'm gonna use this Android for both demonstration and to play the target rule as well. Alright, to request a root privilege programmatically through your application, you need to call and execute the su command, which is used in Linux to switch from one account to another. Now once we do so, the SuperSU is gonna prompt us or gonna prompt the target whether he approves this request or not. If you can recall, in a previous module we used the os.system function to interact with the OS and run some basic commands. However, to have more powerful facilities for spawning new processes and retrieving their results, we're gonna use the subprocess module, and you will see that in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go to QPython, and inside this test file I will import subprocess, and I will create a subprocess object named proc. And ask to execute su command. In the next line, the communicate function is used to interact with the process, and we can pass a string argument to the child process to be executed. We will use this after a minute, but for now I just wanted to show you the interaction mode of the root shell. So let me run the code, and notice that we are getting the prompt asking for elevating our privilege to the root level, and I will grant this request. Okay, notice right now we are inside the root shell, so basically we can run some basic Linux commands over here like ls and pwd. As we said, having a root privilege unlock the access to certain directories, and one of them is the system/binary directory. So let's go to this one and see what binary tools do we have there. The most basic and common commands are the ping and ps, and the usage is literally similar to any Linux operating system on PC. So let's ping Google DNS server 5 times, and I'm gonna type ping minus C, where C stands for count and the count is 5. And the IP address is 8.8.8.8. Okay. And to list information about the active processes, I will type PS and click on enter. Also, you can use the CAD tool if you want to view the host file for local DNS entries, just like the way that we do in normal Linux operating system on a PC. Please take your time and try to navigate the commands and the tools that are located in the bin directory. Now I want to show you another important directory, which is /data/data. This one holds the most juicy application databases like WhatsApp messages database and Facebook messages and Viber, etc. We're gonna spend a lot of time in this directory especially. Now, if we want to run a command programmatically in a script mode without going to the interactive mode, we have to use the pipeline for the sub-process. Basically, we got the 3 standard parameters, which are the standard input, output, and error. Now, if you remember before a while, I said that we can pass an input to the communicate function to be executed. So to recap really quick, we're gonna create a sub-process that have a root privilege on the Android. The sub-process object is named proc, and after having the root privilege, we will pass the command that we want to run as a root. So here I'm gonna pass those 3 pipeline parameters to the popen function. Next, I will pass the command that we want to run, and for now, let's start with something simple like list, and the communicate function will return whether we got successful execution or an error. And no matter what the result was, we will print both values here. Now I will save the script, and before running it, I will just clear the cached permission in SuperSU by clicking on forget button. So we should be getting another prompt once we start over the application. Now if we run the application, we got the prompt again here, as you can see, and here on the console, this is the output of our list command getting printed without an error. And I will try with another command, but this time an obvious wrong command like ttt, for example. And fair enough, we got that ttt command is not found. Alright guys, in the upcoming video we will copy some databases and use some forensic software to decode these databases. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching.